Yeah, it is. Just takes, you know, a tiny bit of time. And blah 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 blah. Eliminate them without using weapons. What the fuck? Do you... Does he suppose that I should just do what I did already? So, you know, stuff like pushing him off rooftops or something?
Another capering crusader. Che idiota.
Yeah, let's go for that guard first, because, well, that guard is a... the closest, I suppose. Killing the target without weapons. It's none of these fuckers. I guess he's probably one of the archers upstairs.
What a madman.
Down! Order!
Game is like, okay, let me put the red X on you now. Okay. That's new and exciting and many other things. So long as it counts, I guess. As long as the game is like, yep, you totally killed that.
You'd better get out of my sight! Now! At once!
Working on it.
Who could hide from a man this skilled?
You're telling me he's up there, eh? Okay, game. I guess it is high time to climb towers again. Do wonder though what the... I mean, as long as it's okay for me to just do my usual and just kill them, I don't really care too much, but I do wonder what the game actually meant by going like, shoot without weapons. I mean, this is not like, you know, fucking Hitman, where it's from the very get-go setup to allow you to simulate a most unfortunate accident in most cases, because, well, you know, kind of part of the fun of the Hitman games to find that one bloody freaking obscure way that the developers came up with to do the horrible. This game, however, I don't think the system lends itself that well to that. Okay, so that was the target. I'm still gonna kill the other guy, mind you, because, well, fuck him. I'm sure nobody downstairs will think that this was anything but a tragic accident, you know. A fall from this height, I mean, that kills a man. It can happen, you know, and just ignore the stabby wound. That is, you know, nothing. Still wonder why the game has decided to put the fucking marks on me. I mean, you know. I'll just bloody take it. Okay, so he's probably the guy up there. So how do I get... can I just start a bit higher, please, game? Will you let me climb? Okay. Started one level higher. Now that still doesn't answer the question how we get the last bit done, but... you're just persistent enough, at some point the answer will become obvious. Give or take, that is. Give or take. Come over here. He's like, I'm not that stupid, thank you very much. I'm like, okay, I'll come to you then. Screw you. Oh, does he not see me? Well, maybe, just maybe he was a tiny little bit short-sighted, you know? Yeah, this happens sometimes. Happens to the best of us and all of that. Okay. I just need to find the dead last bloody guard. I do horrible things to him. Very, very silent. I mean, you know. I guess technically speaking it was pretty silent. No alarm was raised, we just killed a few extra guards here and there and, you know, apart from that nothing happened. Ugh. Hello, random person that has a desperate need to...
I'll repay you handsomely.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the map and see. Well, that's pretty asshole-ish, isn't it? What side even? How much time do I have? 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Okay, that's doable, I guess. Not if I'm doing shit like this, though.
Isn't there a decency law that applies?
Decency law. But it's not like I'm doing all the stunts fucking naked or something, you know? I don't think we can claim decency laws here. I mean, you can probably say it's a public nuisance or a risk to the public. I'm saying that my actions most definitely could hurt someone.
Molte grazie.
Yes, molte grazie indeed. Sorry, I'm on a timer.
Hey!
Now, which one is the one we need to pick next? That one. Then there was another beat-up mission, and probably there's also gonna be another assassination mission at least once.
Grazie. What bevel is taken?
One moment he's like, grazie, the next one he's like, did you just run into me, bitch? Like, yes, I told you, I'm on a fucking timer. Although in this case actually a rather gracious timer, honestly. I mean, I'm not feeling pressured at all. But you know, better than the alternative, I guess. Also, if I look down at my minimap, I'm still wearing some fucking red crosses on me for some mystical reason. I mean, it's kind of smaxy and makes it even far easier to see me, but it will be kind of confusing if that stays there. So maybe at some point we'll actually have to somewhat restart the game. We get rid of that, but I mean, not game breaking or anything, so I guess I'm not too worried. So let's see here. Yeah, only assassination and beat up. I do like that the other missions all are like, okay, you know, you get one mission and then you're done with the assassination shit. It's like, okay, yeah, you've done one job, but here I have 5 others and yet to it, bitch, basically. Actually, is there an entrance from that side, or am I just going to... Yeah, just go south, basically. Which I would really like to do, but I can't. Well, could be worse. And at least most of the missions are relatively fast as far as side quests are concerned. I mean, apart from the part where you have to, you know, slowly follow NPCs, which is a bit of a drag, but honestly, I don't think this game in particular would lend itself well to having a very long, or at least somewhat long-lasting side missions. Because, you know, technically we are already kind of breaking the flow of the story quite a bit by doing all of this extra stuff that we are, to some degree at least, not supposed to be doing.
He will hurt some. What? Hold on, idiot. You may be defeated.
And people are like, what?
Just a bit of the
Jumping around like an idiot, you know, getting onto everyone's nerves. Not a problem, but dare you if you take some of the posters down. How dare you, criminal scum. It's probably the mindset. Local guilty does blind party with arms lives in San Jimmy Gnanu. Yeah, sure. Murdered that probably more horribly than was strictly necessary. But yeah, that's half the fun of it.
You shouldn't be up here. Leave. Get down now.
Oh, what, bitch?
Not you.
Let me ask you again. Or what? Pretty empty trap at this point. Really wish the guards would, you know, somewhat learn along the way and go like, huh, maybe attacking this particular person is not necessarily a good idea. He seems to be pretty good at that whole murder thing. But he seems to have a tendency to rain that down on us most brutally whenever we start trying to stop him or insult him from up above. See, now it's gonna get confusing because now I have the markers on my person and the marker on the fucking render down there. Don't mind me, I'm totally not suspicious. I mean, to be fair now, there's the Winter Songs. It's not like they have much in the way of abilities to keep a good track of criminals, but you know, if you get the 27,000th report about, you know, a man in a, you know, white hooded costume being around the place of so many very distinct incidences, you might get a bit of a clue. Well, I mean, at least this game is fair enough that you can actually dye your costume, so you know, you get away with some of these suspicions. But it does seem that the people are relaxed. I would actually, you know, if I were a guard captain in this particular area, I would be like, okay, listen, you know, if you're out there, you see a person, white hooded, on the roofs, where nobody's supposed to be, and just look the other way. You have a family, you're not getting paid that much anyway, so just look away, go like, la la la, I see nothing. Probably more LP. Otherwise, you might find yourself somewhat, just a tiny little bit more dead than you were before. Also, once again, I don't think did the mission outright state that we need to be stealthy? I don't think the game did. Yep. I mean, to be fair, that some of the mechanics are kinda, you know, a bit over the top, like, you know, no, nobody can spot me because I'm very much hidden. The fact that I don't change my clothing or anything is kinda... But you know, you have to give gamers some freedom, at the very least, because, you know, gameplay doesn't need to take precedence somewhat over realism, otherwise, you know, games wouldn't be very fun. That would make me rather sad. But I would actually like to see a somewhat more interesting system. You know, give me the option to bribe the guard captain. You know, and he's like, okay, listen, for the next 2 or 3 days or whatever the fuck you're paying for, the guards will look the other way when you're on the roofs or something. That would be a nice option. It would also be a nice option if we could actually now make this a bit shorter.
Serve dukes, princes, kings. Only the most well-heeled grace this boutique.
Some boy will be done with this, I'm sure. Now, to be fair, there's really no good way to do this whole tail someone shit. And I do mean it, there is really no good way to doing this. Can't really have the NPCs run because A, fucking stupid, B, there's quite a bit of a chance that we will actually lose them. Assassinate! Will I have a go? Are you sure? That was kind of stupid of them. They're like, well, he might have a sword, but who cares about his sword? I have my bloody fists, eh? They are the most powerful weapons in the universe. Gets, immediately learns his lesson. I guess technically speaking, I could also use my fists. But that seems kinda stupid, honestly, on multiple levels. I mean, I'm supposed to kill people, you know, specific people, mind you, not random guards, but... Shut up. Believe you me when I tell you, I will get away. Every single bloody time I will get away.
A delicate matter, but important to me. Would you persuade the idiot I married to come home to me and stay home? I implore you.
Yes, once again, I owe you. Your ilk implores me to use violence as the only solution. I must admit, you know, from how the game displays it, the Renaissance must have been a very cruel time to husbands all around. With wives so prone to violence, and especially to wives hiring people to be violent with you, most brutally. Excuse me, for some reason. Ever since a few hours at this point, at least my nose seems to get itchy quite often. I don't know what's wrong.
What's he doing? I've seen him.
Yo, bitch! Ooh, there's a disarm move. Let's try that, shall we? Okay, that was probably not what I was looking for. Like, use only your fists. I do. You're satisfied?
You win. Tell her I'll be a good, faithful husband.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I believe that, but you know, I'm at the end of my job. Spear of Infidelity. Actually, I need to remember this for future combat encounters, that I can actually disarm them when I'm unarmed. That's gonna make the fighting against brutes and shit a lot easier. I can just take their weapons away and then fucking stab them in the face. Or at least that is what I'm going to say, and probably by the next time we fight them I will have successfully managed to forget that.
He's here.
Try your luck then. You too? You wanna try your luck? Alright, sure, go ahead, go ahead. Just a bit off you now.
I hope that on him.
And you're dead. Alright, time to go back to the business of murdering people. This is only good and proper. Let's see here. Blockade the 2 people. Okay, fine. We'll do so. Murder most foul. But it is actually no, this is a side quest, and as we all know, quests give you immunity. Meaning that no matter what's asked of you, it's totally legit fair. There's no question about it. Nobody can claim genocide when you then answer, it's a side quest, sir.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? Where did you come from? Yes, very philosophical questions, all of them. I think you will not want to learn the answer.
Not allowed. Don't you? Where do you think you're going?
Nowhere. Hey, I'm not going anywhere. You will neither, mind you. Oh, I will go somewhere.
Get down, or I'll throw you down. Peasants are not allowed up here.
Do I look like a bloody peasant to you? I can tell you, I'm not.
Another one.
Okay, there are the targets.
Angry. Someone come forward and tell me what happened. All right. Who saw what happened? That's good. Hope you've made your peace with God.
I hate you, cunt.
Come back
Yes.
here.
Okay, time to make the best of the situation and run away, because I'm getting tired of fighting them all the time, honestly. We have killed so many guards already. You're actually right, he did went somewhere. Whatever afterlife he believed in, that is. Web. Invisibility. My name is... Actually, I do have... That doesn't seem to do much. It's so-called textual camera. Steps around a bit, steps back again. So we're once again done with that, and there are still more assassinations. Jeez, the amount of assassination missions is a bit over the top, isn't it? And I do mean that, mind you. All the other missions, it's like, okay, so every once in a while I get one beat-up mission, or I get, you know, like one courier mission, or...
Don't be up here, Storto.
No, something harmless like that. And then I have to actually do some more else story-wise. I don't really think it's a good idea to put that much in the way of assassination missions on me. Because A, either that is basically the whole lot of them, or most of them, throughout the game that we are doing right now, in which case, after this there will not be that many, or they just have actually added in like 6 missions each time. That would be a lot. I don't remember it being so lot. I mean, that's not good. Don't want you to use your work missions. Shit. And so, once again, we now have to do this silently. Which is another way of saying annoyingly. Then again, you know, this is kind of precisely how it was in the original first Assassin's Creed. When you took on such missions, it was like, okay, yeah, do it without getting spurted. I mean, fair enough. However, that does mean that I cannot actually play around with it. Then, I'm kind of happy with that kill 10 fucking brutes in a minute mission. That went surprisingly well, all things considered. Once I figured out that I can, you know, even blade the ever-living shit out of them. That is. Let's see our targets. There's the first target. I don't know precisely what happened there, but That was an interesting landing, yes. Hello. Nothing, just ignore me. I already told you I'm not doing anything. Please don't see me. God fucking damn it. I was kinda hoping I could be fast enough around it, but well. Who's landing for infect job? Yeah. Okay, so we have to be... Oh look! Because we desynchronized the target marks on our person has disappeared. You carne fresca. In your fucking face, boy. Ah, those poor guards. They'll never learn their fucking lesson. How do you learn to do this? Well, practice, bitch. Lots and lots and lots and lots of practice. And lots and lots and lots of falling. Where's the guy? There's the guy. Okay, I'm assuming there are targets lower and targets higher. There's definitely a guy up there. Oh, we already know that. Well, yeah. You do need to have the right genes.
You shouldn't be up here.
Yeah. Even the assassins were aware that eugenics actually, you know, might not be the nicest thing in the world, but they do have a point. Because if you do go ahead and combine the best you have available over and over again, chances are you will actually get a pretty damn decent result. God fucking damn game. You're telling me this is once again the side I can't climb? I wanted to do game, but thanks anyway. And now we try for the second time to climb this bloody fucking tower. This time hopefully without getting seen. Would kinda suck just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit indeed. Bye bye. Done. Just a bit of murder. Don't worry, Citizen 3. It's not like I'm gonna kill you. For the simple reason that that actually damages me. Not for that, the Citizen 3 should very much be worried about my appearance, but... And a lot of more tutos, and tuto here, and tuto there, and tuto I don't even care. Yes. And still we have not run out of assassination targets. This gonna end up with another of these kill 10 of them in a fucking minute missions. I'd be not surprised, but I'd kinda like to avoid that, honestly. They're a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, I can actually do this from the side apparently. Don't know how that works, but I guess as long as you get the coop open. Oh fuck. Time mission. Full 100%. You would have to explain a lot more what you mean with a full 100%. Because if you're telling me to collect all of them feathers... Well, at this point you would literally have to pay quite the sum, because doing that even with a guide is a massive fucking time sink, like you wouldn't believe it. Doing it without one, oh boy. And feather. Yeah, I'm gonna do most of the missions, mind you. No problem there. Side missions, main missions, all of that, yeah, I'll get that shit done, but collecting feathers and treasures, no, that's really something I'm not just willing to do. How much are we talking? If you want me to actually collect all the treasures, all the feathers... let's see here. With a guide, I'll say 500. Without a guide, oh boy. And we are talking about some serious money you're gonna invest in that. Because that is not something I'm willing to do. Believe you me, if you break it down to what I would then earn hourly, that would still be fucking cheap. Should have taken a horse, but then again I was kinda hunted, wasn't I? 200, eh? With a guide or without a guide? Strategy. Let's be real here. With a guide, I'll say fine, we can do it. Without a guide, well, screw you. That is not nearly fucking enough. $150. How many feathers are there? I think it's like 100 or so. Okay, give me a second to finish this mission. I'll have to look at least... I have to at least be fair enough and look it up before I make a statement there. But I would at least want to have a guide for at least half of them. Because, you know, collecting at least one half of 100, okay, that's probably not gonna be nice to do, but probably doable, yes. Give me a second to finish this mission, and then we'll talk our way through this decision. Distinct feeling I'm about to make a promise I really don't want to keep. Oh well, I'll do it. Ah! Run! It was not the weapon. Okay, now that we're not under a fucking time limit, let's take a look here, shall we? Inventory. Yeah, that doesn't tell me how many feathers there are. But what actually is there? There are codex pages. Those I had planned to collect anyway, so okay, that I can do. There are the seals. Those we will have to finish it to get the armor. And then there are the feathers. Okay, so I do need to look up how many there are. Yeah. When I said guide, I meant like a map. Does the game tell me how many feathers I've collected in any area? I don't think it does. Okay, so step out a bit here. go to one of the other screens. Yeah, take that one. Then I can actually look that up. Assassin's Creed 2. How many feathers are there? Okay, there are 100 in total. Is there a mechanism that tells me once I finish? Because otherwise this would be a problem. Okay, let's say it like this. I would need a list that tells me how many feathers are actually in any given area. Because otherwise we could look for potentially years, depending on how big the... I mean, what's the next big area? Does Venice, I think we visit... Is that Assassin's Creed 2? I think it is Assassin's Creed 2. Okay, let's say it like this. The conditions are as follows. I want to lower my price that much. Now that's it's not even half of what I asked for, mind you. But okay. For 200, I'm willing to do the following. Hey, well, look up all the conditions of all the feathers. We'll spend a lot of streams looking for these feathers. But I at least want to have my own written guide. It tells me how many feathers are actually in any given area. So that I can actually have a reasonable chance to, not search myself stupidly. And, mind you, I'll take you up on that guide for the last 15. Yeah, look it up. Basically, what I'll do beforehand, I'll look up how many feathers are in any given area. So, like, I want to know how many are in Monteriggioni, how many are in the Toscana, how many are in Florence, how many are in Venice. So that, we at least have a reasonable picture. Once we are actually at, I'm going to make a nice little list of that. A handwritten one where I'm like, okay, so scratch that, scratch that, scratch that, scratch that, scratch that. So that I actually know how many I've collected compared to how many in an area. And I'll take you up on that guidance for the last 15, because there will always be ones you miss. But under those conditions, you got yourself a deal. An honest to God deal. What was I doing? Oh yeah, right, I was looking for... Actually, I was not looking for anything. I was kind of hoping that we'd be done with assassination missions, but we weren't. But yeah. Apart from my own little guidance that tells me how many are in any given area, I will not use any guides or any maps that show me where they are, apart from the last 15 ones. That is probably still gonna be a royal pain in the ass. Do you know how many hours we'll spend just sitting around, running around, looking for fucking feathers? Because I can tell you, that will take that will take quite the amount of time. Nice. I actually could reduce my notoriety involved in the fucking combat. Should actually heighten my... Yes, but the good thing is, and that is the quintessence of any business interaction. It needs to be an agreed upon amount for an agreed upon amount of work. Amount of money to amount of work. And if I promise you work in an amount of hours, where if you then break it down, my hourly wage would be like, €1, that is pretty fucking unreasonable by any standards. At least wanna make it somewhat reasonable. And mind you, I'm already making it quite reasonable for you in the case that I have just reduced my price by over half of the initial value. One of them find the conductor responsible for taking Florence has been found. The man goes for a walk every day in the Tuscan countryside. Ambush him at the ruins, the room to see at that. Okay. But yeah, those are my conditions. Knowledge on how many feathers are per area beforehand, and guidance for the last missing 15 feathers. Yes, but then you would also need to account for the simple fact that back then things were obviously a lot cheaper. So you sure, pay me the amount for an 18-20 workers and make it so I only need to pay an 80-20 workers average amount of money for my living costs. In which case, I'm all for that, man. I'm all for that. Where's the guy? But yeah, I have my word on this particular matter.
Where do you think you're? I want him caught. Now, which way did he go? I'm done for this day. Cowards! I hope he guts you all.
Okay, let's head for a moment to reduce the heat and then go back.
Who taught you to move like that?
No one really knows. If we could at least identify the target, that would already help a lot. That's basically the most basic bitch of things we need to do.
I don't like the look of that one. Stop it! Hey, you!
Get there! Damn it!
And still people could survive quite nicely. Well, nicely. They didn't starve. I mean, technically speaking, I could also reduce my cost. You know, I could cut stuff like the internet out, but that would be kinda making this a bit meaningless, wouldn't you say? Okay, I do need to disarm these people. Like this. And then do this. And I go like this. Okay, so I can't disarm him. But I can disarm you. Which point the guard is like, I'm gonna try to get out of here. See, technically speaking, you know, I don't think I could get a much cheaper apartment at this point, but it did have a rather large rise in just pure living cost.
You should not be up here. There! He's bolting! Stop! I see him!
Shut up! I'm trying to look for someone. Jesus Christ, these guards are fucking annoying. They ever the shit out of me. Just trying to look for a target here. They're like trying to make this more than it needs to be. Oh, chest. But yeah. Have you considered murder? I have indeed considered murder. Murder is indeed the goal. What? Hey, what nonsense are you doing with me? Okay, so he didn't see me. He was pretty much unaware of my presence. And for some mystical reason, he then decided to, apparently teleport himself to safety. He seems to be a bit of a magician, honestly, which is going to make my job a lot fucking more difficult, isn't it?
You want it, I have it. The legend goes.
Context is support now. Another clip for evil. You do like to clip my more evil-minded moments, don't you? I mean, fair enough, you know, I'm not gonna deny them. It's part of my personality. Or some would claim, you know. Actually, I did read a nice article once, I think that is actually years ago, that tried to explain that the German people are just generally more susceptible towards evil than other people, and I was reading this and go like, aha. Oh, that's an interesting statement you're making there. Meaning that I don't have to take any responsibility for my evil now, doesn't it? Nice. Wasn't a very popular one. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, well, I hope at least that the person who wrote it more as a bit of a satire piece than anything else, but... you can never really tell, can you? Oh well, long story short, was rather amusing. And of course that also means, you know, that you cannot blame me at all for my evil ways. Okay, so where's my target? Target was here. I remember seeing him here, and then he suddenly teleported away. You remember that, right? I'm not just insane. I'm not going randomly insane, am I? Target. Yes, I have actually found that what in the past would only be considered, if at all, as absolute clearly satire, nowadays some people actually spout as if it's actually has any sort of reason to it, which is kind of scary. Trying to reduce the boundaries of what is actually a thing and what is not to nothingness, because fuck that, my ideas are just more better. Yes, more better is indeed the way I'm gonna say it. Strange times we live in, my friend. Strange times we live in. Okay, at this point I'm just bloody confused. The target was there. The last time we tried this. Shut up. I'm trying to do a job here. Get your ass over here. I will fucking murder you, Pogon Archer. But seriously, this mission has me somewhat confused, because shouldn't the target just be spawned where he was originally? Why isn't he doing that? What am I supposed to be doing now? But I guess I can continuously murder some more guards, which is all nice and dandy, and quite fun as far as I'm concerned. My confusion is great. I mean, how bloody fucking hard can it be to find the target? I'm sure somebody would trademark it.
Not you! He's there, huh?
He's not there. Screw you. New question, have I missed something? How did you see me? Explain yourself. Yeah, don't explain yourself. You will die before you have finished explaining yourself. Who's next? I will kill fucking all of you if I have to. Ouch.
Did he get trapped there? Hurry!
Be aware, I will kill all of you.
Que diablo!
Could you maybe, you know, do some good old-fashioned stabby stabby?
Drive carefully then. This one is the fool.
And one goes down.
Now!
I need the brute to do it. Come on, do it. Do it. Attack me. Come on. Try me, bitch. Try me, bitch. I'll fucking deal with you. Yeah, what about you, hmm? Only one left, hmm? Not so fucking strong now, are you, eh, bitch? See, we could have solved all of these problems immediately if you had just shut the fuck up and showed me where the target was.
You there! There! Don't lose him again!
You people really don't learn your lesson. You really don't.
Careful, boys, he's no novice. We work together.
Take him from behind!
Hit it from behind. Yeah, it doesn't matter from which direction you attack me. At least not really. Stabby one. I don't like the fact that they can counter too. That annoys me. And you're dead. Okay, next. Okay. Next. Would you stop doing that? That's kind of annoying me, honestly. Thanks. Okay, how many guards are left? Because I'm gonna kill every last one of them. Is that my target? Kinda hard to tell, isn't it? Seems to be my fucking target, isn't it? Fucking asshole. Okay, I don't know what was required to make him fucking finally decide to show up, but I guess the death of over half of his guards would probably be part of the reason. Look at that. That actually was apparently the last assassination mission around here. So I guess we go into the city, we deal with the bit of notoriety we have collected, and once we're done with that, we are scot-free off to whatever the fuck we were doing. I think planning the next assassination, basically returning to the villa, and was basically that. Quite a bit of excess stripping we did here, but you know, we also got a nice amount of money out of it again, so not too unhappy, honestly.
What's wrong with you? Come on, friend. The
Hello.
giants are making a man-
What do you have to offer? Nothing new? I hope no. And at some point, you know, once we have done all the upgrades to everything else, we'll probably just buy all of the weapons out and just be done with it, but it's neither here nor there. So small weapons, I think we can completely ignore them. I'm not really using them at all.
Another time then. Life expectancy?
Life expectancy. Between 5 minutes and up to an hour. Wrap. You know, I just need a quick travel station, and we go back to the villa, spend all of the money we made because we're already basically back at where we were before.
Or I shoot. You're not allowed up here.
I'm allowed wherever I want to be, so fuck you and all you stand for. Then I guess it's back to flying tea and doing shit. Phew. Ah, yes, the region where it always looks like rain, but never will rain. Ah, I think we can actually get most of the buildings now done. I mean, there isn't really that much. And the only singular building we haven't built yet is the church renovation. Need to build some more.
Buongiorno. Salute, Ser Ezio. Shall we take a look at the list?
We shall indeed. Well is done. That is done. That is done. Yeah, see, the church was the only one we hadn't renovated yet. That one is done. Those have at least all one pip, so we're gonna do the next pip. Get it over with. Get it over and on the weave. I think at the rate we're going, we might even be able to do some more of the upgrades. Yeah, 8,000. Okay, we can't afford that. We can't afford that. 12,000. We can't afford that. 5,000. We could get the doctor upgraded. Or the tailor. I'm considering one thing. Let's get that.
Buon viaggio.
Value plus 36,250. Bam, bitch. That's how you do it. That's how you get pocket money. Well, in the future. For the moment, we are out of money, but you know. Now we can at least collect those last few chests from the church and get that out from our fucking mini-map. But still leaves the fucking chests in the villa that I have no idea where they're supposed to be. How am I supposed to be doing this? Okay, like this. Yep, there they are. Da-dee-da-dee-da, I shall take all the treasures. And then we can directly go back. Honestly, there's no reason for us to check out the shops at this point because, well, we are now once again poor. But at least the villa is now going to generate a lot more monies for us. So that should help. Da-dee-da-dee-da. On now we go. It doesn't really matter where we end up in the city. Back in action. Hello, random stranger. Listen, man, stop shouting nonsense, please. He's like, okay. Ezio just goes up to him, listens, leans in closely, goes like, listen, man, I know you're trying your best here, but you're spouting fake news. Please stop it. Here, take this money. He's like, fake news? I'll stop immediately, sir. And it has nothing to do with your most generous donation to my person. Of course not. Actually, I think, yeah, the next step is actually we need to plan out, oh well, actually we should return to the hinterlands and find out any information about our new targets. Then murder them.
Stay back! Behind! Guard! Murderer!
Oh, it's got a little pea. It's like I can see some balls hanging from the top there, but
So great are this man's crimes, a private bounty shall be offered to he that brings his person or his head into city custody.
so we've already reached the point where they're like, we'll pay you good money for killing him, and everyone is like, isn't that just a sign that he's potentially really dangerous and we might not want to do this because he's probably gonna kill us all? It's like, no, he's just a dischargedly evil person. I'm sure he's gonna spare all of you. Like, okay. Lots of leaves. Lots of leaves.
I will keep there!
I haven't had that much success in pushing these people down lately. Kinda sad, honestly. I do enjoy that. Maybe a bit too much, honestly. But, you know, there's fun to be had here. Oh, right. Leonardo, I have a page. Please do your job.
Ezio, thank God you're all right.
Of course I am.
This madness with the Medici and the Pazzi, is this why you pursued Francesco?
Not exactly.
Well, whatever your reasons, the city's safe again thanks to you. Now tell me, how may I be of service? Another page.
Indeed. He really does have fun with this, doesn't he?
It's a similar cipher to the last one. This won't take long. Interesting.
Indeed.
It's another blade design for delivering poison.
Indeed.
Can you build it?
See, it won't take very long. I just need to find a way to hollow out the blade without sacrificing the...
It's all right, Leonardo. Just do what you need to do.
I think actually the poison is one of these things I rarely have ever used. I think, I don't know, what's that already Assassin's Creed 2 where you later on got a little
All done. I
handgun?
filled your blade with a bit of poison to start with. Should you run out, just visit a doctor.
Poison. From a doctor.
In high enough doses, that which cures can kill.
I am in your debt once more, my friend.
Anytime, Ezio. Anytime.
I mean, literally, these are the 15th century, okay? Back in the day, you know, they saw no problem using quite a few interesting little drugs to make you all, quote-unquote, healthy. But yeah, you know, going to a doctor to get some poison is quite the reasonable statement, honestly. Well, I guess we'll have to run. Or is there anything else on the map that we should do? Doesn't look like it. And we need to go back to Montogione. See, I told you we need to go back to the villa. The game's even nice enough to explain to you, like, have you considered fast traveling? It's like, game, please. I've done my fair share of fast traveling at this point.
Come, friends! I've fresh got meat!
Da-di-da-di-da, wop 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 wop. What would make a man jump right in front of a little store, then through it? I don't know. Why wouldn't he do it? It's a pretty cool way to move.